Hi guys, EBPMAN here, and today we're going to take a look at another product from Azulle. This is the Lynk PC Multifunctional Remote Control. Let's check it out. Now this remote control is a perfect companion to Azulle's PC stick, but actually the flexibility of this remote goes beyond that little PC stick. This actually works on virtually a variety of devices including Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, Linux, and Android boxes. So you've seen the TV box that we've reviewed on the channel quite often. This will work with it as well. I can tell you that while it's not listed on their website as part of their specs, I've also tested this on a Mac. And it works extremely well on a Mac as well. So a lot of flexibility when it comes to being able to use a universal remote that not only has a remote control but also has a built-in keyboard. So this little device has a 2.4 gigahertz radio. It will work up to 25 feet away from your device that you have it plugged into. It has a QWERTY keyboard that we're going to see in a second, and it has a USB dongle that allows us to connect it to any of these devices. And by the way, it also works as an IR blaster to control your TV, raise the volume, lower the volume. So it literally is going to eliminate a variety of devices that you have to control your television. Now inside the box, you're going to find your remote control. You have some batteries that you'll, install into the remote to power it up. You have this USB dongle that's going to allow you to connect to it. This is that 2.4 connector. And then you have a user guide as well as a satisfaction card. Now, as we talked about the remote can serve multiple functions. And before we go through the functions, let's talk about some of the things that you'll need to be aware of. First of all, on the bottom here, you have a compartment that this opens and allows you to put your batteries, which I already have installed. What you have is two forms of controls. You have this area here, which is kind of like your standard remote control, but then when you flip it over, you have a keyboard. And it is a QWERTY keyboard that will work on a variety of devices like I mentioned in the intro. Now, you do have the controls up, down, left, right here. You'll notice that you have mouse button controls. So you have the right mouse button and the left mouse button. Power here. You do have also an air mouse capability, and with the air mouse it means that you're not dragging this on a surface. With the air mouse you're just moving it around, and if you've seen my video review of the PC stick, you'll see me using this in that PC stick review. It does have the a voice control, so you can press this button and this mic is going to pick up your voice. So if you have a device that supports voice input, just like Cortana does on Windows, you'll be able to use that. It does have a dedicated Windows button, so you click it and it will work. You do have some multimedia functionality here on the bottom, home button, online keyboard, and some other controls that you can use, switching between your IR blaster and then also standard 2.4 gigahertz, and you'll see that because this little LED will change colors, go from a blue to a white when you have that mode. Now on the opposite side you have your keyboard, and very functional, very easy to use, and this is to me kind of like the holy grail when it comes to consolidating devices. I typically have two devices or more on my desktops, or at least on my smart TVs, and literally I have the mouse built in, and while it doesn't have a trackpad that you rub your finger on, being able to move around and navigate this way by rotating it around works incredibly well. Now it does have a light, and the neat thing about the light is that the light that you see right here, this little button that you press, will illuminate whatever side is up. So it's smart. It's not going to illuminate this side if this is facing down. It will only illuminate this side as it's facing up. So let's go ahead and connect this to a TV stick and see how it works. Now before we go over the actual functionality of the remote and demonstrate that, I wanted to show you kind of the light up feature. So I'm going to press this once, and you'll notice how it lights up nicely, and you notice the bottom is not lit up because it knows that this is facing up, so it's going to illuminate the keyboard. We'll flip this over so you can see how that works right there. So nice illumination. If I am on this side, let me flip this over, and I'm on the remote side and I press the button, this side lights up. The bottom is not, because it knows that this is the area that I'm focused or working on. So a lot of intelligence there controlling, once again, from a convenience, which side lights up. You don't have to worry about pressing the button multiple times to figure out which one you're going to light up. Alright, so now let's take a look at how the air mouse works. So all I'm doing is, you'll see the remote right here, I'm moving it left to right, and you see that the pointer moves. If you've used like a Wii controller from Nintendo, very similar to that. The difference is that you don't really have to exaggerate the movements. Literally, I'm going to bring it on screen so you can see, and as I move just slightly, it moves very nicely and it doesn't really stutter. Up, down, left, right, not a problem whatsoever. So a lot of range of motion that is going to be very comfortable when you're using it if you're sitting or laying on your bed and watching TV, or sitting on a sofa and you're controlling your TV or your smart PC in this case with the remote. As you can see here, it moves very fluidly. Now there are a lot of smart buttons. For example, here we have the Windows button. If we press it, it brings up Windows. If you press it, it goes down. You do have also an on-screen keyboard. So here I have a keyboard button. If I press it, it's going to launch my keyboard, and you can see the keyboard came up. And what I can do is I can use the mouse also to close it. So I could use these controls here to navigate left, right, up, and down, as well as select the mouse here to click on as if I was pressing one of the mouse buttons. Now the remote also has some multimedia functions. So here on the remote, we'll bring that into focus. You have the ability to increase and decrease the volume, and it will do that on the TV, or in this case on the PC stick. So your controls, if you notice right there, we'll bring that up again. Comes up as I'm pressing this up and down, I can control it. So the multimedia functions are really useful and functional on this remote. Now from a keyboard functionality, the actual remote itself, put it in a view right here, is also very functional. So I'm just going to type in a search string. I'm going to look up my channel. So I'm going to type in EBP, and we'll put in man to look that up. Response is really good, and I have a typo there, so I'm going to hit back and put the P in. And let's go ahead and do that. And then MAN. And you can see really easy to input, just as you would expect. And all I have to do is I flipped it over. I can press enter, or what I can do is still use that air mouse to come up here and then do the search once I have entered what my search string is. And again, all I'm doing is just moving the mouse slightly, or the remote, and I can come into the channel that I'm looking to see. So a lot of, again, flexibility given the keyboard combination as well as the mouse combination. So this concludes my review of Azulle's Lynk PC Multifunctional Remote Control. Remember, controls a variety of devices ranging from all the Windows versions that we mentioned. It will work on a Mac per my testing, and it also supports Android devices as well as Linux devices. QWERTY keyboard, as well as a standard remote with a lot of functionality that is very centric to Windows, and really simplifies the use of any device as a media center by just having a consolidated remote for all your choices. So if you have any comments or questions about this product, leave it in the comment area below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if there's something over here that you like, click on it and please watch. Thanks for watching.